Hello ladies and gents, Ro here, and welcome to NOandROfilms. Today we're going to continue our Final Cut Pro 10.2 tutorials, and in this tutorial we're going to cover transitions in Final Cut Pro. Let's go ahead and go into Final Cut Pro, go into our tutorial event and our project here, and we've been working on this project, showing you guys how to use the basic tools within Final Cut Pro. Let's go ahead and open up the transition little options here to the right hand side, which says Show and Hide Transitions Browser. As soon as you open that, you'll get a categories here of all the transitions. You can go by category, but we're going to go into the all section, and we're actually just going to scroll through and show you guys that there are several here you can choose from. And if you've seen my iMovie tutorials, you'll be able to find some of the iMovie transitions here as well that you use in iMovie. Now let's go ahead. We're just going to choose up the very first one here, 3D rectangle. You can scroll over it like this to get a quick preview of it and how it's going to transition. So I just think this one looks pretty cool, and we're going to actually use this one. So first we're going to add an additional little clip. Actually, we're just going to use this image here, and we're going to drag it and drop it right here. We're going to make the image a little bit longer by clicking on the top right hand corner of it to adjust the size of it, and we're going to just make the image 14 seconds long basically. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add a transition between these two clips. For example, let's play the two clips, and you'll notice that there's no smooth transition into the next to the image. So let's grab this 3D rectangle and we're going to drag it and drop it straight in here. Now the standard is going to be 1 second of the transition. You can increase the transition by either right clicking on it and go to change duration, or when it's selected, go ahead and hit Control D, and it'll bring up this little center section. It says 1 second. All you have to do is put in the amount or the second number that you want the transition to last. For example, let's just make it last 5 seconds. So we're going to hit 5 and then period, and you can see right here it's 5 seconds now, and then you can hit enter, and now you got a 5-second transition. Let's go ahead and play this transition and show you guys what it looks like. Now normally you wouldn't have a 5-second transition. You would normally have maybe a 2-second or 3-second transition, sometimes even 1, and you would do a cross dissolve or something like that. But in this, this is just for tutorial purposes. Now you can go to the center of the transition here and adjust where the transition actually is, and what this does is it adds more footage to the actual clip or the image depending on which way you drag it. But the transition basically stays the same as you move it around. Now you can also adjust the transition by selecting the transition and going to the right hand side here to the inspector option, and now you have this transition editing options. You can add shading, and it'll give you a quick preview here of what it does. And then also you got audio crossfade, which is fade in type. You can S curve. You got these different kinds of linear and then fade out type as well. And for every transition there's a different single one that you can use. It just depends what kind of transition you're using. But on that's the basics of transitions in Final Cut Pro. Be sure to catch you guys next tutorial. We'll be covering titles and text. Thank you guys, and a little later.
So let my